our next speaker is probably the most beautiful person on the planet. When I first met her in Dallas, Texas, she lit up the room with not only her beauty and her smile, but how she treated Holly and I, and how she treated her team. I like to watch people, and she just really made our day when we first met her. And so, and her name is perfect, Antoinette. I mean, you just think, what a beautiful name for a beautiful person. So guys, get ready to be rocked by Antoinette.
So that is the sweetest thing ever. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, guys, I have to follow Milbert. Some of you know he's like my brother, but he's calm. I am not calm. I am not calm. But his message is wonderful. Everyone should ride in a car with Milbert. You will be an amazing leader. Just one car ride. But I'm here to talk about, when 3 asked me to talk about the calendar is your growth engine. I'm like, are you kidding me? That is my favorite thing to talk about, is your calendar. Christine knows. She knows it's my favorite thing. First, who am I? I am Antoinette Whittington Stanton. I am the daughter of 4 daughters. I told my daddy I'm keeping his name. So I love it. So a little bit about me. I was a crazy corporate mom, wife. I worked 60, 70 hours a week, but I loved it. Like, I loved everything that I was doing, until I realized that the calendar controlled me. I want you guys to think about that. That when I was in New York at a meeting, my daughter kicked the goal and won the soccer game. And I thought, it doesn't matter what restaurant I'm at or what's going on. I'm being controlled by someone else. But I didn't know anything else. At the time, I worked for JCPenney's. I loved that company. You know, they went on to 100 years. We're gonna go 100 years. Get ready. But I want you to know, I said to myself, I want to change, but I don't know how to change. Now, JCPenney's is a part of my calendar because they sent me to a class that cost $5,000 to learn how to control your calendar so they can control you. But the truth is, what they spent $5,000 on, I'm gonna teach you for free. Because I'm gonna teach you how to have freedom. But you have to understand, either you have your calendar and you control your calendar, or the calendar controls you. This is so important for you to understand that. 23 years ago, I met Christine Peterson, and she taught me that I could change my life and have freedom and flexibility. It wasn't about the money for me. I just wanted to have fun with my 2-year-old, my 3-year-old, my 7-year-old, and my gorgeous husband that we just celebrated 44 years. So, I'm going to tell you guys, I was busy. I hear you. I hear you. I was working 70 hours a week. I was traveling. I was in the church. I was in cheer. I was in everything. And Christine Peterson said to me, Antoinette, can you give me 10 hours a week? 10 hours a week, 23 years ago, gave me the freedom I have today. Please understand that. It's not about you. It's about whose life you can change. So then, in 1 year, because of Christine, I was able to leave corporate. I'm not telling you to leave your job. I'm just telling you it worked for me. I haven't worked or I haven't been a slave to someone else's calendar in 22 years. It's amazing. But here's what, I'm going to give you guys what to do. Because of that calendar, when Christine Peterson called me, and I couldn't even believe it, when she said, I I'm starting something new. I'm like, you're 80. What are you doing? And she was just like, da 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 da. And I go, okay, Christine, whatever. And some of you know my story about my son. But what happened was, when I went to my first event, which happened to be in Dallas, it happened to be a sad day for our company, but a day that I saw all of you leaders in here, and I thought, oh, they're the real deal. You see, I came from the Pink Company. I love Mary Kay Ash. She was an amazing woman, and I thought I'd never meet another group like that again. But that day at La Madeleine's, I go, oh my gosh, they're amazing! But I'm like, oh my gosh, this is weird. What am I gonna do? But because I honored my calendar, I could make a decision that blew people away. I said, you know what, I'm done with that company because I see my future. But I want all of you to write this down because this is important. I was like, oh, Samson's gonna take my thunder. But look at this, write this down. We all have to sleep, right? Let's say you sleep 8 hours a night. That's 56 hours. Let's say you work a job, 40 hours. And I know some of you work more than 40, but write it down. We don't even do this anymore. Let's say you have to drive back and forth to work, 5 hours. You know what, I'm gonna give this to you. Put that in for social media, okay? Because most of you don't drive anymore. Grooming. Hopefully you take a shower, a bath, do your hair, get your nails done, something. I'm gonna give you for grooming 7 hours. This is a week. You gotta eat, right? Some of us cook, some of us don't. I don't, but we may have to do that. Cleaning, laundry, 7 hours. Whatever you do, church or however your peace of mind, let's give that 3 hours. Shopping and errands, 3 hours. I'm even gonna give you family, friends, and personal time, 21 hours. Add that up. It's 149 hours. How many hours in a week?
68.
What are you doing? Like, what are you guys doing? You still have 19 hours. And when I was thinking the same thing you were thinking, when people ask me, I go, I don't understand what you're doing. Because even if you have a full-time job, you have time. But some of you don't even have a full-time job. You don't even have a fur baby. You don't have anything. I'm like, what are you doing? So I say this to you now. Let's just say, you're like, I'm at meetings in the morning with my leaders. Great. You can do that. You guys know I love being live. Love being live. So I have my own meetings live. I'm out and about. Let's say you have some paperwork to do. You're, on the telephone booking and someone else is gonna talk about that later. Let's just say that's another 17.5 hours. You still got a little bit of time left. You heard me say 19 hours. I want you guys to understand the only way that you're not succeeding is because you're not planning your week. There are times I think about, what is Christine doing today? Honestly, y'all, she's a crazy woman. She really is. But how does this work? The first thing you have to do is plan out your year. All of you have to plan your year. Go ahead and put in birthdays, put in whatever you know that's happening, put in every event that this company's having. If you don't plan your year, you won't make the events. We may not know exactly when convention is, but we know around. But you gotta save your days if you work, right? But you gotta plan out your year. Then what do you have to do? Then you gotta take your month. And this is very important, what I do. I take my month, I put in everything that I cannot change. You can't change some things. But then I make a little square and I put when I want to have appointments. Have any of you ever said to the doctor, well, I'm free on Saturday, so you need to be free?
Yeah.
No, your doctor's like, you come, you're free when I'm free. You have to put on your monthly calendar, when are you working your 3 business? You have to do that. And I do it in colors because it works for me. But I want to talk about someone. Erica, where are you? I thought I let the cat out the bag the other night. Guys, I want to tell you, Erica, you are amazing. Because we sat there, we did her calendar. And when we did her calendar, she said, Antoinette, I literally have Saturday. That's it. But I want to be a 3-star. And I said, well, then Saturday it is. She travels 6 days a week. She works till almost 9 or 10 o'clock, but she's a big goal. Guys, from the day we spoke, maybe 6 months ago, every single Saturday, she works her 3 business. Every Saturday. And Erica, stand up. She's a brand new 3-star, and I'm so proud of her. She only needs Saturday 2 hours, 3 hours, but nothing else would she do on Saturday but 3. So you have to control your calendar. So what I'm going to encourage all of you to do, and I don't care how you do it, you can do it electronically, you can do it, I have a fancy little book with flowers, I like to have color, I don't care how you do it, but I want you to tell me, when are you working your 3 business? Are you going to work it for 2 hours a month? 5 hours a month? It doesn't matter, but you have to say when you're going to work your business. Now, someone else is going to talk about numbers, but it's very simple. If you get 6 people on a Zoom, you're probably going to get 1 to say yes. It's a simple number, right? So depending on how quickly you want to move, then you put that on your calendar. So when Christine invited me to an event that I wasn't supposed to be with, I had to become a 3-star pretty fast. But I said, Christine, what do I need to do? Well, you need 6 people, blah, blah, blah. I took those 6 people, I times it by, I believe it takes you at least, you take those 6, it takes like 5 people to get them on, da-da-da. Someone else will go through the numbers. But what did I do? I plugged it in my calendar. Because I had to interview at least, let's say, 6 people that week. If you don't write it down, you're not gonna interview them. You've got to put when you're gonna do it. It may change, but you have to have a certain time that you're gonna work this business. I have used this weekly plan sheet forever, where I write things down and then I say, well, 6 o'clock, my lovely leader, she's always on at 6 o'clock. So my goal is every day at 6 o'clock to plug it in. If my thing is that I'm doing my own thing, I write it down because I know that I want to plug it in. If you don't write it down, it's not gonna happen. It's just not, because guess what? Someone else is going to take your time. Someone else is going to get in there. Now, I want to go back to meetings. You heard me say I love being in person. So Christine was like, well, if you get me 35 people, I'll fly in. I'm like, what? I get Christine? So what did I do? I wrote it down because I knew what I had to do to get the people, to get Christine in front of me. I am here because Christine came every single month. Thank you. She flew every month to Dallas to help But it took me writing it down. It took my calendar. It took me figuring that out. Does it work all the time? No. Does it change? Yes. Do you have to go back and forth? Yeah. So some of you may know my lovely story of I was complaining a little bit. We were blessed to build one leg. We had built our 20. And I'm so blessed. And most of them are here. But I was like, oh, I'm on the other side. How many of you have to build 2 legs?
Yeah.
We're kind of lucky, y'all. Don't look at those other people. It doesn't matter when you came in. I had to build 2 legs. So I kept calling Christine and I'm like, oh, I need another superstar. And she's like, well, you have to do more. You have to talk to more people. So we're working and one night it was 11 o'clock at night and we're working and my husband said to me, what are you doing on the phone with Christine? She's 80-something years old. And I go, she called me. I did not call her. I'm telling you guys, because her calendar is always open for us. Her calendar is open. So what I want you guys to know is this is not magical. It's numerical. Yeah. It's that you plan it. Is that you think of it. And so I was on the edge. And I kept saying, I want another star on my other side. I have so many stars on this side. I want you guys to know, where's my Shannon? She's in the room. Hey, my beautiful Shannon. You're going to get to hear from her later. She's number 40. 40 personal. 40. Because the numbers and the calendar works. But what did that 40 do? That 40 produced hundreds and hundreds of new people because you honor your calendar. We have over 22 people here today. I am so excited. But it is the calendar. Now I want to tell you why I really love my calendar. Because I'm looking at that little TikTok thing there. Most of you know when Christine called me, my son was listening in the background. My son is a very rare disorder of narcolepsy. Because of network marketing, I love this business. When I could work, I worked very hard. But I loved it. Yes, I worked a full-time job and full-time to grow my business. Then after that, I worked really hard. But in 2014, my son collapsed. It was a blessing because it brought us into finding out what he had. But because I had worked my calendar for 5 years, I could work. I didn't work. I didn't care about this calendar. I didn't care about anybody. But because of network marketing, the money kept coming in. I paid my mortgage, I did everything. I focused on only my son for 5 years and got him the best doctors, the best things. I had the best friends. I want you to think about at your job, they would keep you maybe a year, then they'd leave you. But who would call you? Who would do your meetings for you? Who would do your Zooms for you? That's not happening. But because you work your calendar, when you need to not work your calendar, don't. Love you. For 6 months, she couldn't work her calendar because she had to take care of her husband. But Gladys worked her calendar, and when she came back, she became a 3-star right away. It may not be about you. This calendar is about Donna. It's about Gladys, Trisha. It's about everyone in this room. Shannon, and I can't even name her people. I don't even know them all. I'm like, who are you? They're like, I'm with Shannon. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is how wonderful working your calendar is. And it starts, number 1, monthly, weekly, and then every day you do what you can do. And the days you can't do it, it's okay. You wake up the next day and you honor your calendar and trip. And I want to thank you because I just had the trip of my life. You guys know that I brought my daughter to Vietnam. And I think back to everything going on. And I remember when you said we could go to Vietnam. And I said, wow, if I could bring my daughter and treat my daughter to Vietnam. Number one, the girls know we extended our trip. I did want to come home. My daughter is studying to be a doctor, her PhD, but guess what she said? She goes, Mom, I cannot believe the leadership that you are with. Mom, I'm so proud of you. Just work your calendar and it'll all come together. I promise you. If not, we'll give you the skills to help you with that. Thank you.
Give her a big hand. Antoinette was the only person last night. Nikki and Mark and I were rolling in here and bringing Nikki here. We had stuff we had to set up with the corporate team, and who did an amazing job. And Antoinette was on the sidewalk outside and just beaming, full of energy as always. And your positivity is contagious. Honestly. And as Corbin said, you're a beautiful person inside now. I swear black don't crack. I mean, seriously, you look 20 years younger. It's crazy. I want some black don't crack in me. I'm super
It's called 3 products.
3 products. I'm super proud of you, honestly. And calendars, everything. I loved your message, but I'll just say this, and Samson, because it hit both of us at the same time. The ending with the love that you have for your team and the leverage, and that was powerful. So give Antoinette a big hand.